Hey everybody, Anthony the crypto lawyer here, and we've now experienced the FTX scandal and the Silicon Valley Bank debacle recently. So you're probably wondering both how to self-custody your crypto and wishing you could self-custody your US dollars. This video is only about the former. I can't help you with the latter at this moment. But I've made another video on self-custodying and how great I think it is for people that own cryptocurrencies. But today I want to talk more about some of the downsides of taking full control over your own cryptocurrency and your own destiny in that regards. So the main problem with self-custodying really is that you absolutely have to know what you're doing. Number one. You also have to know how to keep the private key secret from other people and the recovery phrase, if you're using a hardware wallet, secret from other people, but not so secret that if you forget it, that you won't be able to access it yourself. And that's kind of the hard balance to strike there. And I've heard people get really creative with some of these things and how they come up with their security plans for self-custodying their own cryptos, and it can be pretty complex. It's also a bit interesting in that some of these plans kind of remind me of, the Wild West in many ways. I've personally been told by someone that they keep their private key on a hardware wallet that requires someone to bring their own size D battery. So if you're going to try and rob their crypto, you kind of have to have a bulkier piece of equipment, for example. I've heard of people chiseling their recovery phrases for their hardware wallets in metal in case their house burns down, because typically people will write down their recovery phrases on a piece of paper that comes with the hardware wallet. So that's kind of interesting. And yeah, I think I have actually seen products for that. Like there's a company that actually sells recovery phrase metal bars with a chisel that you can chisel them in. Really interesting. The problem with these strategies, obviously, is you don't want to make it so easy that someone else can figure out how to get your crypto, how to take your recovery phrase, etc. But so hard that you forget it yourself. And I do assist folks in creating cryptocurrency estate plans, and that's kind of the main issue there, is that you do have to be able to explain to your successor, either the successor trustee or the personal representative, how to access the cryptocurrency when the time comes. I mean, if it's really complex, maybe they just will have no clue. And if no one else can figure out what they're supposed to do, that cryptocurrency could be lost forever, unfortunately. And if you're keeping your wallet if you're keeping your crypto in a cold wallet that you've hidden, for example, it can also be a bit cumbersome to try and get that crypto out of the wallet itself if you need to make a quick transaction. A real world example of this is someone that I've assisted in keeping their, in working with them on other matters. They keep their recovery phrase in a safety deposit box that's in an entirely different state. So in theory, they told me, if they were held hostage for their cryptocurrencies, they could destroy the hardware wallet in a pinch and could not then be forced to recover the wallet without significant effort on the part of the kidnapper, if you will, or the hostage taker. So it can get a bit intense like that sometimes, but if you're dealing with millions upon millions of dollars in cryptocurrency, these are realistic things that you would want to consider to protect your own assets. When you're self-custodying, you are essentially your own bank. So with great power comes great responsibility. And this is an area where you really have to take great care with that. So if you're going to self-custody, I think that's great, but just know that, it's not perfect. We still have not come up with a perfect way of keeping crypto safe. So just be aware. There's going to be issues. So, all right. Thanks.